Hi guys, welcome to this short video about the question how much temperature a lithium polymer battery can endure. So here we have a sample like a solar charger, solar power bank charger, really nice idea, not even expensive. It has even wireless charge, it has this solar, it has everything. It says it has I think around 16,000 milliampere hours of charge, and we can recharge it in the sun. The problem is the sun is only, it is heat. So usually they sell the thing and say, okay, yeah, charge it in the sun, but avoid any high temperature. So how can you do that? I mean, it's almost impossible. You could put it in the sun, of course, and yeah, use a really strong fan, and then you would be probably compliant to what they say, but it's impossible. I mean, when you go hiking, you don't have a large fan.
And anyway, the fan alone would probably use more power than the power bank is generating.
And so what you do? The thing is, yeah, I had this in, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, beginning of March. I had this outside the whole day to test the capability of the solar panel here, because they say, yeah, you can charge it really quickly with this solar panel, and this usually doesn't work. Usually it takes very long, maybe a week or so, to charge a power bank just in the sun. But I still wanted to see, and I put it like to a wall, and the sun was pointing down, I mean, almost by 90 degrees. But it was just beginning of March. I mean, it was not June, and it was not in the Arizona desert. It was in Florida. Of course, there's a lot of sun, but still you can get more heat, definitely. So how much heat did it get? So I measured it with an infrared thermometer on the surface, and yeah, it was probably not even the hottest time of the day, but still a lot of sun, and I measured 77 degrees Celsius, which is 170 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a lot. So what do the experts actually say about that? Usually we can find information about in the internet, people saying, yeah, it should be only be charged up to 45 degrees Celsius and not 77. Some people say, yeah, okay, it could be safe up to maybe 50 degrees Celsius, and some even go to 55, but that's the highest temperature which I have found. And usually they say, yeah, okay, maybe you can store it at 55 degrees Celsius, but do not charge it. Maybe just charge it with 50 or 45, and definitely do not charge it on 77 degrees Celsius and 170 degrees Fahrenheit. I have even found a page saying that everything beyond 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit is not a safe temperature, especially not for charging. So this was way too high. I didn't check that before. I mean, I knew that it was rather high, but I didn't expect that it would be so much above the recommended safe temperature, and I was really worried about the thing. I mean, of course I had it on the wall. There was a little bit of fresh air. I mean, what's fresh air? I mean, the air temperature, maybe that the behind on the wall was maybe 60 degrees, or yeah, at least 50 degrees Celsius or something like that. And it was not very windy, so I think there was not much cool down. Unfortunately, I haven't measured the temperature in the back, but I'm pretty sure it was not much lower. So on the inside at the battery, it was probably pretty close to the 77 degrees Celsius, and way too hot, especially for charging. And when I took it in the evening, I had the impression that it was a little bit bulged. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. I mean, I even could feel it, and I thought, okay, probably the thing is over, and I was lucky that it didn't explode. I mean, when you are dealing with such high temperatures, these things can catch fire, they can explode. You have to be really careful about that, what you do. And yeah, I then measured the capacity. What I found that it has almost not charged at all. I think it was about 200 milliampere hours the whole day in full sun. That's absolutely nothing. I mean, this would take a month to fully charge the thing. So that's crazy, and that's it has two reasons. Because when the solar panel gets too hot, I mean, the solar panel doesn't die, but the efficiency goes down. And when the battery inside gets too hot, the efficiency of the battery goes down. So two bad things, combination of two bad things. Really bad design, especially when you have just power bank with one solar panel. That's the worst design which you can get. But still, I was then after that recharging the battery, not again with solar but normal with a wall plug, and I tested it with this load tester to find out how badly the battery was damaged inside. So before, I have measured a capacity of 6,100 milliampere hours. I mean, not the 16,000 which they were promising, but usually this power bank do not really hold up to what they promise. So I was not surprised to see only 6,000, even though 6,000 is really low. But we had 6,100, and after having this really bad torture, and day after the thing, I fully charged and discharged and measured, and I came almost exactly to 6,100 again. So it looks like the capacity was not compromised. So this is a little bit of relief for you if you did same thing. Maybe accidentally you thought, okay, let's buy the thing, put it in full sun, full heat, and then after that you realize, oh my god, what did I do? Maybe a really bad thing. I destroyed the thing. This is never going to work again. Doesn't have to be. I mean, but you really have to be careful. You shouldn't do that. Maybe charge it in the morning or towards the evening, or make sure that it really has enough cooling or whatsoever. It's difficult. It's really difficult to charge this properly in direct sun. But it looks like it doesn't have to be fully damaged, even though it was really dangerous. I think the problem is more like in this case that it aged. Like usually you should be able to recharge maybe a lithium battery 1000 times. Maybe instead of 1000 times there are maybe just 900 times left, or 800 times. I really have no clue about that. This is just guessing, but I have read a lot about that, and this is not something which you should do every day. Definitely not. Be careful. I mean, when you have already bought this, make sure that you don't really heat it up or charge it in full direct sun in summer with full heat and so on. Make sure that it doesn't get too hot. By the way, what's important, if you still decide to go with a solar power bank, make sure that it has a lithium polymer battery inside and not lithium ion. The lithium ion are cheaper and they have more capacity usually, so manufacturers are tempted to use lithium ion. I haven't seen any lithium ion solar chargers, but maybe there could be some around. And at least normal power banks, some are still using lithium ion, but lithium polymer would be much more safe, especially if you tend to leave it in your car and then it gets super hot. I mean, by the way, in a car it could get even hotter than that, because in a car, I've read, sometimes you can reach temperatures of up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And when you have something like that behind the window in a car and you already have 170, I mean, this could go probably beyond 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be absolutely insane. I have read that surface temperatures inside car can reach 190. So probably if it's really bad, you can reach close to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and this temperature while charging, that would definitely lead to leak and fire explosion whatsoever. So you have to be careful not to do crazy thing. Even if you read the manuals, instructions and so on, they say clearly stay away from too much heat. And so this is definitely a bad construction, bad idea to produce something like that. And the much better idea is to have like a foldable solar panel. Nowadays they are coming more and more with this design, so you have like a power bank this size, but not only one panel, but you have like 3 or 4 attachable panels which you can put on top of the thing. I mean, they do not recommend this, but this is what I recommend. You can fold it and like make like a cover of this, so it has 2 big advantages. First thing, the panels are really thin, so they don't get as hot as long as you have a little bit of cooling air behind. And the second thing is that the lithium battery doesn't get as hot because it's protected by the solar panel. So this is the way better design. Instead of having this, there are so many ads still in the internet. They are running crazy ads, people saying this is super, this is best, you have to buy this. I tell you, this is the worst thing which you can buy, really. This, I mean, you don't have to throw it away instantly, but you have to be really careful about that. So I think that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about your things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.